Hey everybody, Zee Garcia here. Today I'm taking a look at the latest game from Pencil First. This is Floriferous. Floriferous here continues the line of games that began with Herbaceous, was followed by Sunset Over Water, and now has this in it. Those three games are all very attractive. They are strategy games that also attempt to be relaxing and sort of put you at ease while you are playing them. In this one, we are going to be traversing through a garden, collecting cards, collecting scoring opportunities, trying to have the most points at the end of the game. As you can see from the cover, and you're going to see in a moment from the cards, it's a very beautiful, attractive game with a simple set of mechanisms, but a lot of clever things going on in it. So let's go ahead and go to the table. I'll show you how the game works, and I'll see you back up here for some final thoughts. Here we've got a game set up for 3 players playing pink, blue, and yellow, and we are going to be playing the game over 3 days. And each day, each player is going to be drafting 5 cards. So 5 rounds over 3 days, 15 rounds. And starting from the player who is at the top here, they are going to select one of the cards in the upcoming column. So they've got right now a choice for this mum in yellow. They can take this poppy, which is purple and happens to have a little bug on it. They can take this lily in yellow, which has a different bug on it, a ladybug. Or they can take a scoring card down here. And they are going to select the card they want and put their pawn in that space. So let's say pink player over here wants this one. If there happens to be a stone on it, and there's a pattern that these are set out in, they're going to take that as well, okay? So they're going to take this card, put that in front of them. They're going to take the stones, if any, and put their pawn there. Then the next player will go. And this player is going to take this scoring card. They'll take that, they'll put that in front of themselves. Then yellow will go, and yellow is going to take this mum up here. They're going to take that, put it in their display. Now we go on to the next round, and the order is from the top down. So yellow is going to be the first player to take a card, okay? And this is going to continue through all 5 of these. So what are we doing? Why are we collecting these things? Well, at the end of the game, you're going to be scoring victory points based on the scoring cards that you drafted throughout the game. For example, this player here took a card that says, for every purple flower, they are going to get 2 victory points. So that's something they're going to be working towards. Besides that, stones at the end of the game, for every 2 of them you have, you are going to get 1 point, and whoever has the most is going to get this lovely cup of tea. It itself worth 2 victory points. We are also, at the end of every day, so once we've gone through all 5 of these, we are going to check these cards at the top here. There's 3 of them randomly put out. And these cards are going to have various requirements that you need to fulfill. So for example, in this case, 2 lilies, 1 ladybug. If you have these 3 things in your collection and they must be on different cards, then you are going to, if you do it at the end of the first day, put your token right here in the first spot. That's going to be worth 5 victory points. If you manage it during the second day, it'll be worth 3. And then the third and final day, it'll be worth 2. Multiple players can go on these in the same game, in the same spot even. So if the pink player finishes it during the first day, they'll go there. If both of the other players present here finish it during the second day, they will both go there. Okay? So that's a way to get some victory points as well. And these are going to have, of course, different combinations of things required that the players are attempting to achieve. Besides that, there's a couple of other different cards out here. You are going to have sculptures, such as this one here. Whoever has the most of these at the end of the game is going to get 5 victory points. Second most, that player gets 3. Third most, that player gets 1. You have to have at least 1 to score something. And then there's these arrangement cards, which are a bit similar to these goals at the top. The difference being you have 3 requirements on these. The card does not care where they come from, so they could be from the same card. I could have, for example, a card that is both gray and has a B. That satisfies both of those. If I have all 3 of these requirements, I'll get the 5 points. If I only have, say, the B and the fact that one card is gray or white, then I'll get 3 points. And so on if I only have a single thing on there. And so that's what's going on. We're going to go through it. This player now picking next. They'll take that. They will complete their turn, taking this and putting it in their display. Pink would be next. They might take a face down one. You see a couple of face down ones up here. They behave exactly the same way. You just don't know what you're getting until you choose it. Fantastic. They get a sculpture. So they'll take that. And then blue might take this one here in the center. We go to the next round and so on. Once we've gone through them all, we'll clear all the cards that weren't taken. We will check these and we'll set up this display again with all of the pawns ending up over here somewhere. Now moving this way for the second day and then moving this way again for the third day. At the end of all 3 of those days, we are going to figure out our score, and whoever has, of course, the most points is the winner. A couple of other things you will check for as far as these scoring conditions. 3 points for every ladybug. This is for different flowers. There are only 5 different kinds. If you have all 5 different kinds, you'll get 5 points. This is for different bugs, and there's 5 of those as well. This is for the same color. So if you've got 4 cards of the same color, say purple, then you'll get 4 points for that. And there's all sorts of scoring conditions for the moths, for specific flowers, as you can see here, and for specific colors, different colors, and so on. So there you go. That is how the game works. Pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and go back up top. So without beating around the bush, I'm just going to come right out and say that this is a lovely, enjoyable game that I like quite a bit. I like the entire series, okay? I enjoy Herbaceous. I think it's a very relaxing game, but I think this package has more game in it. And I like Sunset Over Water a little bit less than Herbaceous. I think it is it mechanically has a little bit more going on. It's a little bit messier. It's not messy, but slightly, messier than Herbaceous. And it's also very, very beautiful. But I'm going to say right away, of the 3, I like this one the best. I think it's the best combo of beautiful, attractive, relaxing, all of those things with the best game play, the most interesting, thought-provoking action going on. Okay, let's break it down. From the top, the theme, gardening, collecting, walking through this beautiful, garden you've got. I like all of it. I think it's a beautiful, relaxing theme. I enjoy it quite a bit. And right on top of that, we got the aesthetics, of course. Beautiful artwork, stunning artwork. Card quality is superb. The iconography in this is to be commended. Very clean iconography, where they're combining the colors are tied to shapes as well. Love that. All of the symbology is perfect, okay? So very good on that front. Replay value, very good. I love that the order in which things come up is going to change the game from session to session. You're not quite sure how things are going to develop. You will have to adjust what you are doing. All of that is excellent. The game arc, there's many different things you can accomplish on your turn. So do you go for the features and try to make sure you are, shutting out the other player so you can get the bonus for that? Do you focus on those goals at the end of each day so you can try to get, points from that? You can get a lot of points from that if you worry about specifically that. But you might be, by doing so, ignoring the specific goal cards, the little cards at the bottom. You might be leaving something. You're always sort of giving something up to accomplish something else. I like games that make you do that. The ease of play, super smooth, right? And in some ways it feels a bit like King Domino. That idea of drafting something, but you might end up, by taking the very, very thing you want or something very specific or good for you, you might end up going later in turn order for the following round. This game has a very similar idea. And I enjoy that. Again, it's sort of about the what do I give up in order to get what I want now? What am I sacrificing later? And then lastly, tactics, luck, strategy, the tension between set collection, between scoring cards, between turn order works all in tandem to make an experience that, yes, can be relaxing because of how beautiful all of this is to look at, but always has something to think about, always provides you with a moment, at least one moment over the game where you go, boy, I really want all of these cards. Which one do I need now? Which one's the best one right now? It's happened to me every time I've played, where there's at least one moment where I go, these decisions are so juicy. I love that I have this angst within myself as to what I pick or don't pick. I know that doesn't sound relaxing, right? I'm talking about juicy decisions and angst. But the game is still just flows. It flows so naturally that it is a relaxing game. At the end of the game, I'll count up my score. I'll see how I did. But the entire thing is quite disarming in a way. So all of the aspects of this game really do work together quite well to come together and give me an experience I very much enjoyed. Does it have anything particularly revolutionary in it? No, not at all. I think it's a great part of the line in which it features many of the same things, right? A theme about, flora, and in this one there's no fauna, but flora. Very popular theme right now. It's all over, right? Set collection, that's all over. This idea of, collecting sets and then collecting scoring cards. I like that you have to consider those at the same time in the game. There's no phase in which you draft scoring cards and then go and collect things. You're doing them both in tandem. So I like that. But everything does come together quite well. So again, for me, I think this is the best one in the line. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. That's a strong seal of approval. I definitely recommend that if you're still on board this train that is filled with flowers and cute critters out in your garden or in a nearby meadow, I think this is one you're going to want to add to your collection. Floriferous. We might be running out of titles for these games, but this is still one that is knocking it out of the park. So there you go. 8 out of 10, like I said. And that's going to do it, everybody. My name is Zee Garcia. I'll see you on the next one.